Hello, back at it again on the chicken house. We're making good progress on the trenching. We had some bricks we got free. We're putting in the bottom of our trench. We're gonna cover them with concrete when we start concreting our trenches. We still going along trenching at it, and a little tough going. It's wet right now, so our manual trencher is working really well. Just got to sweat a little bit. About got our run done. We will have our run coming out to about here. We're gonna have a pretty good sized run coming across like this down this side. Still got a trench to establish across the back here. We've got some old rubble and broken bricks we're gonna put in our trench. That'll help reduce the amount of concrete we have. And sometimes you can find that stuff on Facebook, on the marketplace, OfferUp or Craigslist, where you can get free bricks, especially if they're broken. Have them in a stack, put the rubble, the mortar between them. Makes for good fill for doing your concrete. We've got 3 buckets worth of rubble to put in there, help reduce our cost out on concrete, because even trying to do this free, we cannot go without buying a few things. And got some old mortar mix we're going to mix in our concrete as we go. We had that from a former project, so we're going to mix a little of that in with our concrete also. This little section right here you see between the main structure and the edge of the run, we're going to section that off and run our pullets in there, our meat birds, if we have any. We already have a couple of ducks. We're trying to get at least the little part established and get it going. That way we can move our ducks outside. They're still small right now, but they are growing. They are doing pretty well. So we'll be able to get the perimeter established and get them in there and safe, and let them have the run of everything for a little bit until we can get everything kind of established and dried in. And then we'll be able to, they'll be big enough to run with the little chickens we get. Ducks don't tend to be too mean towards chickens, just chickens are mean to chickens. So hopefully everything will go good with the birds. And like I said, so far with the free stuff, we've done really well. Not all of it's free stuff. We've rounded up from businesses that give stuff out free. We have stuff that is existing from former projects from me and my dad. He's got some plywood that we're going to use on here, but still free. He had purchased it sometime in the past overage on a project. We'll make use of it. This is our view from the side right here. I did extend the roof out far enough to cover the nest box. The nest box will set right there, right off the floor, and I'm thinking that'll be a good thing. It'll be up under the roof. Have to duck to get in the backside of the nest box, but it will be dry for them. And we're gonna run our remote feeder and remote water down one side. I think that'll work pretty well. Keep the feed cost down. From all I hear from everybody else, you do one of the remote feeders down a PVC tube and you tend to have a whole lot less waste by the birds. And we'll see how it goes. And just like everybody else, you have that learning curve, and you have that gotta change this, gotta change that, kind of learn as you go type thing. And we'll get it. It'll work out just fine. It is a chicken house, and we'll get it just fine. Got to trim off my utility poles just a little. I've got a chainsaw. Actually have a battery powered 20-volt chainsaw of the Black & Decker variety we got on clearance. Seems to work pretty well as long as you keep the battery charged up to full. Good for a few cuts. I cut through this pole right here. You can see it made a nice clean cut on it, and didn't have a guide, but got it pretty straight. So it does work, and it will be useful. And these are short, unedited, doing it all from my iPhone right now. We get a little further in it, we may upgrade a little bit. We're still plugging away at it, working when we have time. Both have full-time jobs, and so we get out here when we can get out here, and we work when we can work. This is our little cement mixer. It's good for about a bag at a time. You get any more than a bag, you're just asking for it. But it works pretty well. Electric, and it mixes okay. Saves a little work sometimes, I think, maybe. We're still figuring it out. We've used it a little bit. We've got a paving project I'll show you sometime. We're doing paving stones. We've got some nice tree surrounds that we'll show you that we got off Amazon. We get a little further in here and you guys want some links to Amazon. I may try to put some links in the comments or in the description where you guys can see what we're using. If you like it, you can comment on there, see what you like. I'll see if I can copy a link for you directly under your comment, if nothing else. And if you guys are curious, then let me know. This is an old pickaxe I got sometime in the past. Newer handle on it. Works pretty well for trenching. It's got that flat side on it. It's got that flat side on it on one side, straight on the other. You can loosen it up with the straight, paw it out with the flat. Seems to work pretty well. But gave you guys the good tour and a little information, and I'm gonna get off of here and get back at it again. So you guys like the video, share it out, subscribe, do what you can. Appreciate it. Everybody have a good day. Be back later.